السلام عليكم عليكم يا السلام عليكم عليكم يا السلام عليكم عليكم يا السلام عليكم عليكم يا
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أهلا وسهلا بكم. احنا دلوقتي على أرض ديتكتومات فاير الارم سيستم ميد ان جيرماني، وبصراحة الرحلة دي تستحق المشاهدة لأنه هنوري أشياء كثيرة جدا خاصة بالفاير الارم سيستمز، خاصة بأنواع الكنترول بانلز اللي احنا بنستخدمها في المملكة العربية السعودية. أضف إلى ذلك السيرتيفيكيشنز اللي احنا بنستخدمها برضو في المانيا، وازاي ننقل هذه التكنولوجي اللي فعلا اثبتت وجودها في المملكه العربيه السعوديه، اللي خلى وزاره الدفاع ووزاره التربيه والتعليم والتطوير ومعظم الاستشاريين في المملكه العربيه السعوديه يقبلوا المنتج بكل ما اوتي، يعني كواليتي واضحه كتير في السوليوشن اللي احنا بنقدمها، زي مثلا خفيف وعالمي، زي العطيشان وغيره. المقاولين كتير مستعدين ان هم يتعاونوا معانا، ونتيجه للافتر سيرفيسز اللي شافوها مننا، ده السبب اللي خلى فعلا المنتج ينتشر بقوه في المملكه العربيه السعوديه، واثبتت معظم الانستليشنز اللي احنا عملناها سهوله البرمجه وسهوله الاستخدام للفاير الارم سيستمز، من اشياء بسيطه صغيره زي مشاريع بسيطه الى مشاريع ضخمه في المملكه العربيه السعوديه. النهارده في شيء جميل هتشوفوه. خلينا الاول نتعرف على يانز ريكمير، وهو الانترناشونال سيلز مانجر للديتكتومات. هيدينا الرحله ديت ويقول لنا على معظم المنتجات والسيرتيفيكيشن الخاصه بالمملكه، الخاصه بالديتكتومات، واللي احنا عاده بنستخدمها في المملكه العربيه السعوديه. وبصراحه الرحله دي تستاهل ان انتم تكونوا معانا خطوه بخطوه، ف keep tuned with us.
Spread peace on the earth, cherish the life that is.
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Basem. Nice to receive you here in Germany. Welcome to Detectomat, a company which was raised in 1977. We will have a pleasant day today, having a little bit of product overview, seeing the Detectomat company and our sister company, the Job glass pipe factory, and yeah, we'll definitely have an enjoyable day.
Love and peace and all of my happiness, yeah, to everyone that I meet, cause I'm feeling spectacular. I love it when we love one another.
Okay, dear Mr. Basem, thanks for showing up, and I would like to bring some information now to you and your colleagues and your customers about our fire detection range. We have different kind of panels. I would like to inform you first about the Detect 3004, which you see here. This is our 4-loop panel. It can take up to 4 loops in total. It's a modular system which you can equip with 1 loop, 2 loops, 3 loops or 4 loops, because we have slots here to insert cards, loop cards. The loop cards, they are available also as a redundant version. Some customers may like to have a redundancy on board of the loop card. Also, this is available from Detectomat. Each loop card can carry up to 126 devices. That means in total 4 loops capacity multiplied by 126 devices. You can realize 504 detectors with this Detect 3004. Attached to this Detect 3004 here on this demo board, we have our loop structure of Detectomat, also all devices here made in Germany with the manual call points in a design where you don't have to break the glass. So this is a resettable type one. The advantage here is once you have maybe the children playing in a school and they break the glass, you don't have to reset it. It can be, you don't have to replace the glass, you can just reset it. Here this is a breakable glass manual call point solution. You break the glass and it's second action, you press the button to give the fire alarm in a manual way. We also have the possibility for sure for automatic alarm. We have there the range, for example, of optical smoke detectors and heat detectors as well. And we have also the combination for sure available, the optical heat combined detectors. These detectors, as well as the modules and the manual call points and the loop sounders, they are coming with an inbuilt short circuit isolator. That means you don't have to take care for an extra detector base or something to integrate a short circuit isolator. Further on this loop, we have mounted a parallel indicator in an addressable type version. Here you can define this as a target of specific fire zones. We have here an interface module which comes with one input and one relay output. Up to 1 ampere can be connected here, and this is also individually programmable. Very often used as interface module for other systems, for example for beam detectors, for flame detectors, or for aspiration systems. You can integrate these systems by this interface module. So you get the information on the loop. On the other side, you can also activate relays with this interface module. For example, if you want to interface with lifts that should come down in the case of fire, there's a relay switch on board, and this can be programmed individually. On this sound output module, we have the possibility to connect up to 25 conventional sounders, 25 because we have 1 ampere which we can connect here, externally powered. The advantage here, all these conventional sounders, they get an address here on the loop to be programmed, and you can put much more sounders in a loop building structure because of the externally powered sounders. You can put more signaling devices. Nevertheless, we have a loop sounder version as well. This sounder gets the current by the loop. For sure, we have some limitations because the loop hub only provides a specific amount of loop current, and this is used up after a specific amount in case of alarm. For quiescent operation, if you don't have an alarm, for sure you can put some more detectors, some more loop sounders, but we are also talking about emergency mode in case of alarm. The system should be functional. We have on the left side also as well a fire control panel, and this is also a 4-loop panel, the DT3004, which is working here in a network. So these 2 fire control panels are working in a network. That is not all. We have the possibility up to 20 fire control panels in a network that are controlled by our master unit panel. This master unit panel can control the complete network together with some LCD repeater panels. This, for will be mounted in reception desks and corridors for floor-wise information. And in total, up to 63 of these components can be connected in the network, whereas 20 fire control panels can be networking. Yeah, we have some special devices as well for the network, 32 open collector output card, a 16 relay board card, which is also available, and in total this network can also be supervised by a visualization software that we have for the individual panel or for the complete network, the so-called visual detect software, which offers you the possibility to upload your building pictures and drawings and to place the detectors accordingly where you have installed them, and you have some immediate route plans behind it, some automatic print functions, and also some automatic functions which might help you to locate a place of fire. Yeah, I suggest that we also get a little bit of information about our Detect 3016, which is a 16-loop panel working in the same manner. It's also networkable, so we could also integrate it here to this network. The main big difference in this panel is that we can have up to 16 loops installed, and the housing is a little bit bigger. The panel operation is very similar to this panel operation, and with 16 loops multiplied by 126 devices, we are able to cover more than 2,000 detection points in a project. And considering we can network with 25 control panels, we can go to huge projects. Mr. Basem, suggest we go to another panel information. Mr. Basem, we have here the Detect 3016, which is our fire control panel that is able to operate 16 loops in total. It is from the functionality a little bit similar to the Detect 3004 that we have, which can operate up to 4 loops. But here we have the advantage of a bigger housing and the possibility to connect up to 8 loop cards. These 8 loop cards, they can be fitted here, and each loop card carries 2 loops. That means in total we can mount up to 16 loops in one fire control panel. The loop cards, they are coming in a redundant version here. So every loop card has a second processor on board, and up to 45 ampere hours of battery can be installed. Here we've got an external supply, not to move too much heavy material. And we also have the possibility to work with this panel and also with the Detect 3004 as an extinguishing panel, according to the BDS. And yeah, this is available as a solution for bigger projects, is networkable, and covers also the complete Loop 3000 technology that we have with Detectomat, with our made in Germany systems in Ahrensburg. And Mr. Basem, we have a one-loop panel available as well. This is also a kind of economic solution, maybe for some smaller projects, for warehouses, for example, where you are just requiring up to 126 loop devices on the loop. For example, there are some projects just needing 40 detectors or maybe 60 detectors, only one loop. We have this DC 3400, which also comes with touch screen display, which is also very easy to use. You can attach one loop to this. The advantage here is a very price economic solution for the market. It already comes with the loop card integrated, and you can connect the complete loop technology to the DC 3400 as well. I want to point out that we also have a loop sounder base, which is having the same color like the detector, and so you can place a detector on the loop sounder without using up more space, without drawing too much of cables. And okay, for sure the fire control panel needs to give alarm because I removed the detector. So this is a very clever solution for installations where you need to limit the cable length and where you want to make a little bit of place economy. Yes, suggest that you offer this as also maybe a good solution for some smaller projects. Mr. Basem, we have here the DC 3500, that is our latest fire control panel generation, which was launched in 2014 to the market. We have the possibility here to integrate up to 15 loops, and also we can program up to 10,000 cause and effects. That means you can program 10,000 control actions. You can lean back on an event memory of 100,000 events that you can also filter with a filter function that we integrated. We have programmable relay outputs directly here on the relay card, and two programmable inputs which are freely programmable beside the main alarm relay, which is mandatory, as well as the common fault alarm. The complete fire control panel is here available in a small housing. This can carry up to 7 loops. The bigger housing, which comes in that size approximately, that can cover up to 15 loops. We have integrated very clear structured touch screen panel. So whenever you are moving here your finger on top of the display, you are offered with several buttons the activities that you want to do on the panel. For example, you can disable, you can enable things, you can go into the service mode, you can simulate an alarm in case you want to show to the operator that the lifts are really dependent on one detector. So we have some really clever things that you can show even in the installation phase towards the firemen, fire brigade to show the programs and the functions behind your project. Another big advantage here is that we have a software for programming which automatically checks if your hardware is up to date. In case it's not up to date, we offer the possibility to upload the latest firmware, the latest software to the panel. As well, we have a plausibility check at the software which protects you from programming kind of nonsense of the panel, that you're programming something which is not functional in the fire control panel. So it's protecting you against some faults. In addition, I want to point out that this programming tool also brings a very good documentation option. You can print out every cause and effect, every customer text, every individual zone, every detector property, sensitivity levels in the documentation. With just one click you can print whatever you have programmed in this fire control panel. Besides this, the filter function of a huge event memory is there for time functions, for cause and reason functions, and yeah, the release time for the next software updates is also on a very short basis, so whenever you're in a requirement of an updated version, the DPT programming tool will offer this to you.